Well, if ever you wanted a reminder that we are presently at war in the Middle East.
Good morning from Enchanted Rock. We're going to do a different trail system today. You probably know about Enchanted Rock for the granite dome that is in the background here. And we're going to do some of the loop trails. Also, the drive-in was so beautiful. The wildflowers, the bluebonnets are in their full splendor. So we're excited to be here and for you to come with us. This is our second time at Enchanted Rock, and on this trip we're going to do a totally new trail for us, the Loop Trail, and we're going to take it up around to an area that we think you're really going to like.
Well, I have to say, so far the trail is a lot easier than some of the rocky, say, government canyon trails that we've hit of late.
Well, we are in granite country.
So we have a beautiful crushed granite trail.
Yes, and the hill country has completely greened up.
So where are we again this morning?
Astride the Llano Uplift.
Astride the Llano Uplift. I like that.
We're already getting into granite formations along the Loop Trail. They look delicate, but they're hardy.
And we've started to encounter some of the larger granite rock formations. And in a number of them, we've seen these expansive fractures, which again demonstrates the tremendous forces of water. When it freezes, it expands, which is likely the cause of many of these fractures.
Oh, you can go. We just climbed up this rocky outcropping just off trail because a couple of beautiful flowers caught my eye. This lovely purple wildflower and then the blooming cacti. The wind's picking up a bit, so I'm holding on to my hat, but this trail is amazing. There are unbelievable views in every direction. And of course, you must do the summit trail when you come to Enchanted Rock, but don't miss the Loop Trail. Whether you do it the same day or plan a separate trip, you've got to check out this trail. It's amazing.
Looks good, thank you. Tell me you don't love the Texas park system. They offer you water. I love these parks and I love this state. So have you given any thought about where we want to stop, have a little breakfast, some trail snacks?
Maybe at that secret destination that we're headed to.
Ah, shh. Don't let that cat out of the bag.
Uh-oh. Speaking of letting the cat out of the bag.
I almost lost your water. That could have been problematic. Here,
know.
I'll reattach it for you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. We love doing this. Got this little flower coming out of this very sharp yucca. This trail has officially ranked in my top 3.
We keep changing the order of parks, don't we, and trails.
I love it here. It is fascinating. Look at that crevice. Let's go explore it.
We're still here on the Loop Trail at Enchanted Rock. And behind me, we've come across yet another massive granite boulder. And just down the center, you could see a line of fracture where presumably water at some point has breached, expanded, and cracked this massive rock. And there's a second example. At the very top, you see a little tree sprouting, which shows the tenacity of life.
All of that.
Yeah, it's the onion. We're on the Loop Trail and we've just stopped here at the Scenic Overlook just to take in the view a little bit. Truly scenic. And just behind us, you can see on that ridge that is Summit Trail. And you might be able to just make out teeny tiny little ants up there. Some other folks taking a different trail this morning.
If you like this video, we post weekly, and so we would appreciate it if you give us a like, comment, subscribe, and share.
We appreciate it. This is Jody from North Carolina. What brings you to Texas?
My husband is a native Texan, and as a child, he traveled out west part of Texas with his dad. They lived on the East Coast. So this is kind of like going back memories for him. So we've been all the way to Big Bend, and now we're making our way back across to Orange.
You were saying this is your first trip here to Enchanted Rock?
It is.
And what are your thoughts on it so far?
It's amazing. It does remind me of a Stone Mountain hike, that state park that we have in North Carolina with a big granite face like that. They don't have a loop trail around like this though. So this is really special. And the wildflowers just set it off too.
And today, are you doing the Loop Trail?
Yeah.
Are you planning on summiting, or would that be for another day?
I did that first because
you did?
I didn't want to think, I didn't want to finish this and not be able to do that. You got to do the best first.
It is what everybody ultimately comes to see, but I appreciate your time very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, sir.
We hope you enjoy the rest of your time here in Texas and have safe travels back home.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Good to meet you too.
And you. Bye-bye. Cycle of life.
I think that these are chives. Let's see. Just slip one off here. They are chives. I can smell their little oniony, garlicky aroma.
Scott.
Check out this view of the Granite Dome and Summit Trail from the valley below.
Little ants, multicolored ants.
Those are going to be prickly pears growing on there. Baby prickly pears. I'm going to verify what this beautiful purple wildflower is. Oh, caterpillars, it says. This is the caterpillar flower, and we just ID'd it with the All Trails app. It's generally known as being non-toxic to humans and animals.
Well, this is the answer to the question I have asked on many trails. Whose scat is that?
Look at that. How they use the pink granite to create infrastructure. Fork in the trail. Am I gonna go this way or this way? I think I'm gonna go this way. Easy peasy. Boy, you can really hear the grasshoppers.
Everything is coming back to life. A couple of wildflowers to your left.
Yeah, pretty. Some more Indian paintbrush up here on the right. Pretty. We're looking for you. We see water, that's a good sign.
It's leaking from somewhere, right?
We've hiked around this area on the Loop Trail and have arrived here, and this is going to take us to the secret area that we have been excited to show you, and that is Moss Lake.
Look at the dragonfly.
I know.
And those, you said, are water lilies?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I want to walk around on that side because we'll be able to see them better and can take photos.
Oh, it's gorgeous, yeah.
So pretty.
Well, if ever you wanted a reminder that we are presently at war in the Middle East,
That was
there's
your reminder. Those are so pretty. We've walked around Moss Lake and have stepped into this beautiful shaded canopy created by an oak tree here on the banks of the lake. So we're gonna have a little snack and some rehydration and then continue hiking on out of this area of the park.
We just had a brief break at Moss Lake, a little snack and some hydration, and we're now on to another area that we've not been to that sounds pretty intriguing.
The breeze has definitely picked up since we arrived.
We've crossed over from Moss Lake Trail to Echo Canyon Trail, and we're heading to and then through the Saddle. The Saddle is an area in between Enchanted Rock over there and Little Rock just behind us. Well, I think it's different, it's beautiful. I know everybody comes here, as we did on our first hike, for the summit, for the view from that elevation, which is what, a 400-foot ascent. But this is a whole different environment and very alluring.
We've arrived at the intersection of the Echo Canyon Trail here and the connecting trail, which meet here. Now, we just showed you, Mark took a shot of a trail that had a purple and a teal arrowhead on it. That's actually a trailhead to access all of these areas of climbing or points of climbing interest. Because of Enchanted Rock and the topography here, it's very appealing to climbers and folks that like to boulder.
It's a good way to get into climbing or to keep your skill set sharp. And they have, what, 25 different pathways, different ascents, different climbing challenges. So we are just ambling through the Saddle, the area between Enchanted Rock and Little Rock. I guess you could say we're back in the saddle again.
Well, ever since we saw that climbing sign, Mark's had it in his head that he needs to give it a shot. You know, middle-aged men need to prove themselves that they still have it. So there he goes, climbing his way up that rock.
I've still got it.
This is very cool in here. Oh my gosh. A labyrinth of granite.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the trail marker. So as you're coming through this trail, just continue straight. It may be hard to spot, but there is a trail marker straight ahead. So you are going to be navigating the granite, but you're on the right trail. We're here in the heart of the Saddle, which is that area in between Enchanted Rock and Little Rock. And the granite sloughs off the domes and it collects here in this canyon. You can see that we're here on the Echo Canyon Trail, but there are very large boulders just balancing above us. So we're gonna pick up the pace and make our way through this area quickly.
We didn't want to give the impression that these boulders are on the verge of coming down and crushing folks. But you are made aware as you come through this pass of the enormity, how many tons of granite boulders have been sloughed off by the dome of, in this case, Little Rock, and they're just sitting there.
It's like a granite exfoliation zone.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, a granite exfoliation zone. Here's a bushy tail of a black squirrel. You see it sticking up?
Yes. I like this trail. We're still on the Echo Canyon Trail, but we've emerged from the saddle area, which again, when you think of a saddle, it's that dip in between Enchanted Rock and Little Rock. And behind us, you can see some people that are kind of going up and down the sides, exploring the side of Enchanted Rock. You can come down a lot of different ways from that summit and pick up this trail and then explore the canyon, which is rich with flora and fauna. That's okay. Woo.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are continuing our descent down Echo Canyon Trail, headed towards the Summit Trail, which will then take us back to where the car is parked.
Trailhead for Echo Canyon off of the Summit Trail.
So as we continue our descent, heading back down to the Summit Trail, over in the background you can see that peak, a granite peak. That is the Buzzard's Roost.
We just finished up our hike here at Enchanted Rock State Park. This is our second visit to this park, and the first time we came was before sunrise with the goal to ascend the Summit Trail and see the sunrise. So if you want to check that video out, it's right here. A lot of the places that we're visiting are impacted by the years-long, multi-year-long drought that Texas has been experiencing. But this region has actually gotten some precipitation recently, so you can see that there are these beautiful pools and lots of wildflowers. So it's really a great time of year to come and visit Enchanted Rock.
A little bit breathless here. We are just finishing up on the Summit Trail, heading back to the parking lot after a really wonderful hike here at Enchanted Rock. Again, sorry for the heavy breathing,
Yeah.
but we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
And we will see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.